Hello viewers, welcome to my channel. I am Hasham. So now I am going to start a new topic in Business Statistics 2, and the name of the new topic is set theory. So in this video I am going to explain you the meaning of the term set, elements of set, methods of representing the set, then what are the different types of sets. All these things I'm going to explain you in this video. So watch the video till the end, because until and unless you know the meaning of different concepts which are used in sets, it will be difficult for you to understand the problems. You'll find it difficult to understand the problems if you have not watched this video. So this video is going to be very important. Not only from this, in examination a theory question may be asked regarding these topics. So watch the video with full concentration. I'm going to start with the meaning of the term set. A set is a well-defined class or collection of objects. So very simple meaning, it's a collection or class of well-defined objects. By putting the objects in a set, we can be able to decide whether a particular element belongs to this set or not. So by writing that set, we can be able to express whether a particular item belongs to this set or not. That is the meaning. So very simple meaning, it is defined as a well-defined class or collection of objects. And this set will be represented by capital letters A, B, C, D, X, Y, Z, like that. Capital alphabets will be used to express the set. Then secondly, elements of set. Second point is elements of set. The objects of the set or members of the set are called elements. The objects which belongs to the set are called elements of set. And elements of set will be written in small alphabets. Small a, small b, small c, like that. This is the representation of elements of a set. So when a particular object belongs to this element, then we write the symbol belongs. The symbol belongs is like this. For example, A belongs to capital A. That means small a is an element which belongs. This symbol denotes belongs to the set. Set name is capital A. So like this we express the elements, right? So this is the meaning of the term set and meaning of the term elements of set. Now representation of set. There are two methods of representing the set. The first method is called roster method or tabulation method, and the second method is called rule method or set builder method. These are the two methods through which the set will be represented. Now we'll discuss each method. The first method, tabulation method or roster method. According to this method, the set represents the objects listing the objects in bracket. Listing the elements of the set in bracket is called tabulation method. Simply we list down all the objects in a bracket. That is called roster method or tabulation method. Example is A is a set. The elements of set are 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All these are the elements of this set A. So we are putting the elements in a bracket. So this is an example of tabulation method or roster method. Another example, A is equal to small a, small b, small c, small d, small e. These are the elements of the set A, and putting all the elements in a bracket. Then odd numbers. Another example I give you, odd numbers. How to show the odd numbers in a roster model? The odd numbers are 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, like that. It goes on up to infinity. So how to represent this in a set form? O. O means odd numbers. The name of the set is O, and the elements are 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, etc. So put it in bracket. It is the example of roster set. The next one is integers. Integers are the whole numbers minus 2 plus. I am taking the example of minus 3, minus 2, minus 1. We can go below minus 4, minus 5 also. We can take any number. So that's why up to infinity. Left hand side it is going up to infinity. So minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, again up to infinity. This is the set of integers. Integers will be represented by Z. Z is a set of integers. That's all. So these are the examples I have taken regarding tabulation method. So what is the tabulation method? It's a method of representing this set where we list down all the elements in bracket. That's it. Examples. With examples I've explained. Now second method is rule method or set builder method. In this rule method, we write down the property or rule. Write down the property or rule which is satisfied by all the elements. Which is satisfied, the rule is satisfied by all the elements of the set. So in simple words, representing the properties shared by all the elements of the set. That means we write what is the property that is shared by all the elements in the set in bracket. So in bracket we are not writing down all the elements. We are simply writing down the rule which is shared by all the elements. That is called set builder method. Now to make you understand, I have given some examples. The first example, if B is a set of positive integers, then we write positive integers. Integers may be negative, integers may be positive. But we want positive integer. Positive integer means greater than 0. Greater than 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up to infinity. These are the positive integers. So how to write down this set builder form, rule form? B is the set. X is an element of set. X is an element of set B such that X is an integer and X is greater than 0. So two conditions. First condition is X is an element of set B such that this X is an integer and this integer is greater than 0. It is not less than 0. So in this way I have written the set. The property I have written. What is the property? That X is an element of the set B such that X is an integer and this integer is greater than 0. That's it. So here expression, it is read as X is an element of B such that X is an integer greater than 0. Similarly, if T, another example. Similarly, if T be a set consisting of the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, then we write. Suppose we want to write it in set builder form, this elements. So how to write? T is equal to X. X is an element such that X is a natural number less than 9. X is a natural number because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, these are the natural numbers. But we are going up to 8. We don't have any number beyond 8. That means we are restricting below 9. Below 9. So how to write down the property? X is an element such that X is a natural number and which is less than 9. That's it. Condition, rule we have written in the bracket. Next one more example. S is equal to 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, etc. up to infinity. Bracket closed. Now, if you closely observe these values, you can see all these are multiples of 2. 2 into 1 is equal to 2. 2 into 2 is equal to 4. 2 into 3 is equal to 6. 2 into 4 is equal to 8. 2 into 5 is equal to 10. So what do you observe? All the elements are multiplied by 2. That means all the natural numbers, all the prime numbers 1, 2, 3, 4 are multiplied by, all the natural numbers, sorry, not prime number, all the natural numbers are multiplied by 2. So we can write this in set builder form. X is an element of the set S such that X is equal to 2n. X is equal to 2n, where n is a natural number. Natural numbers are 1, 2, 3, 4. So in place of n, we can write 1, 2, 3, 4. If we take 1, 2 into 1, 2. If we take 2, 2 into 2, 4. If we take n is equal to 3, 2 3s are 6. If we take n is equal to 4, 4 2s are 8. N is equal to 5, 2 5s are 10. Like that, any number, natural number you take in place of n, then you multiply it by 2, will get the element of S. The property is X is an element of S such that X is equal to 2n. X is equal to 2n, where n is a natural number. Another example I'll give you for set builder form. S is equal to 1, 8, 27, 64, 125. Now if you closely watch these numbers, What you can observe? 1 cube. 1 cube means 1 into 1 into 1 is 1. 2 cube. 2 cube means 2 into 2 into 2. 2 twos are 4. 4 twos are 8. So here 1 cube. Here 2 cube. Here 3 cube. 3 into 3 into 3. 3 3s are 9. 9 3s are 27. 4 cube. 4 into 4 into 4. 4 4s are 16. 16 4s are 64. 5 cube. 5 into 5 into 5. 5 5s are 25. 25 5s are 125. So we can see all these values are cubes. The natural number is natural number n. N is raised to the power of 3. N is raised to the power of 3. N to the power of 3. Where n we will take one natural numbers. N we will take natural numbers. 1 cube, 2 cube, 3 cube, 4 cube, 5 cube. So we can make a rule. So what is that rule? X is an element of S such that X is equal to n cube. X is equal to n cube. What is n? Natural number 1, 2, 3, 4. Take 1 cube, 1 into 1 into 1, you will get 1. 2 cube, 2 into 2 into 2, you will get 8. 3 cube, 3 into 3 into 3, you will get 27. 4 cube, 4 into 4 into 4, 64. 5 cube, 5 into 5 into 5, 125. Similarly, 6 cube, 7 cube, 8 cube, 9 cube, we can go up to infinity. So we got a rule. This is called set builder form of representing the set. That's all. So I have explained you about the meaning of the term set, elements of set, methods of representing the set in tabulation method, roster method, and set builder form. The next topic is regarding different types of sets. Sets are classified into different types like finite and infinite sets. Finite set is that set where we have limited number of objects in the bracket. In bracket, if we list down the limited number of objects, then it is a finite set. It's a finite set. Infinite set. Example of finite set, suppose the set consists of A is equal to 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. These are the elements. So put this 3, 4, 5 in the bracket. It's a finite set. It's a finite set. Similarly, set A is equal to, bracket start, all the elements of English language, all the alphabets of English language. The alphabets of English language are A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H up to Z. 26 alphabets are there. If you write down all the alphabets in bracket, it's a finite set. It's a finite set. So, finite set will have limited number of objects. Infinite set, where we have unlimited, objects, elements in a set. Example, A is equal to, bracket, all odd numbers. All odd numbers. The odd numbers are 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, like that it goes on. No limit at all. Infinite set. Similarly, a set of all stars in the sky. Can we count the number of stars in the sky? No, it is infinite. So, the set will be infinite. Similarly, all the fishes in the ocean, we cannot count it. So, it's an infinite set. So, where the number is unlimited, it is called infinite set. Then next comes null set. Null set means no element in the set. It is called empty set or void set. If there are no elements at all in a set, simply we write down the bracket without any element, without any object. That is called null set or void set or empty set. Singleton set. A set which has only one object. If, for example, A is a set in which the element is only 5. 5 is the number which is there in the bracket. In bracket, only 5 number is there. That means it's a singleton set. Only one element in the set. It is called singleton set. Now, equality of sets. Two sets A and B are said to be equal if every member of A is also a member of B. And every member of B is also a member of A. That means whatever elements are there in set A, exactly same elements are there in set B. And whatever elements in set B are there in set A. That means both the sets are equal. equal sets. So two sets A and B are said to be equal if every member of A is the member of B and every member of B is the member of A. We can express A is equal to B. Both sets are equal. Now equivalent sets. There is difference between equal sets and equivalent sets. What do you mean by equivalent sets? Equivalent sets are the sets that can be placed on one-to-one correspondence. One-to-one correspondence means the number of elements in set A must be equal to the number of elements of set B. Not same elements. Not same elements. Elements may be different, but the number of elements in A set must be equal to the number of elements in B set. Then we can say both the sets are equivalent. So here I have given the explanation. Now it is represented as A equivalent B. This is the symbol for equivalent. So A equivalent to B means number of elements in A is equal to the number of elements of B. Similarly, it may be represented as three horizontal parallel lines. Three horizontal parallel lines. This is a symbol of equivalent. A is equivalent to B. Example. Few examples I have taken for equivalent. A is equal to, A is a set. The elements of A are 1, 2, 3. B is another set where the elements are A, B, C. So clearly, apparently, the elements are not same, different. Both are not equal, but both are equivalent. Both sets are equivalent because number of elements in A is equal to the number of elements in B. 3 elements in A, 3 elements in B. So A is equivalent to B. Similarly, another example, x is equal to 0, 1, 3, 4, y is equal to 0, 3, 2, 5. So apparently the elements are different, but the number of elements are same, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So x equivalent to y. Here P is equal to 1, 2. Only 2 elements are there in P. Q we have A, S, D, 3 elements. These are not equivalent. P is not equivalent to Q because number of elements in P is not equal to the number of elements in Q. That's it. So these are few concepts I have explained you in this video regarding the meaning of the term set, elements of set, method of representing the set, and the different types of sets. We'll continue the discussion of this set in the next theory part, next theory video. So keep watching to get a complete command on conceptual clarity regarding sets so that easily you can solve, you can understand the problems.